Okay, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody is well. Thanks so much for joining us on The Boost, speaking about spiritual experiences in ways that we wouldn't have otherwise thought. Talking about just how important it is to live a life where your soul drives and not your body. And by giving to other people, that's what happens. I want to take it one step further. This is based on a conversation I had with Rabbi Levi from my rabbi in Israel. I may get this wrong, by the way, but hopefully I'll get it close enough. He was explaining to me that everybody has a certain level of connection to God, to spirituality, to depth. And how we treat them will enable that connection to get stronger. Again, I may be messing this up, but it'll be close enough where it'll be valuable, I think. We spoke yesterday about this idea that I can choose to relate to you in the way that you need to be related, reduce my own needs, remove the physicalness that has blocked me from you, and then give you more depth, more spirituality. And if you do the same, now we're talking about real depth. And me and you can make this choice today, regardless of their reaction to us today. And I'll give you a proof. Moms, dads too, but let's talk about moms. Right? A newborn baby is a complete and utter selfish machine. There is nobody in the world more selfish than a newborn. Right? We spoke about this on the show before. They come to this world after a lot of effort, by the way, from mom. Like it wasn't a picnic even to bring them here. No thank yous. No winks. No smiles even. No, like, it's been a pleasure. Ma, I appreciate it. Like, 9 months is a long time. And there's a lot that went on during those 9 months. I know that you threw up for the first three of them, and I know you went to the doctor a lot, and then you always kept on feeling it, make sure I was moving, and the sonograms, and the this, and the going, the coming, and the fake time, and the time when we almost did it, and then we went home, and then all that stuff, and then forget the whole contractions and the whole thing. Baby gets nothing. Baby gives nothing. Come in, shows up at the world, boom, they got problems. They're already crying. They need food, they need this, and then it just continues. Bring the baby home, 3 o'clock in the morning. Baby doesn't think, maybe you should give my mom a break. I'm hungry. I'm going to scream as long as I need. And I'm never going to stop. I'm not going to stop. She's passed out on the floor. I don't care. It's 6 a.m. I'm hungry. Right? Babies, selfish. Completely selfish. Moms, if they can, once they get a little bit of sleep, are in heaven. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying there aren't challenges. But for the most part, they would never give up that baby for anything. Because the experience, now, if you really want to get it past the newborn stage, now they're they're one-ish. They're 9 months. On the phone, 4 billion pictures of the stupidest things. The kid maybe smiled. Probably just had gas. I can't believe he's smiling. Right? They figured out a way to hold the passy in the mouth so they moved up the arm. Kid's brilliant, sends the pictures on the WhatsApp chat to the family. The first half word, major news at home, a half word, ma, da, ah. You get an ah at a certain age, forget about it. You get calls at work, hold on, whatever you're doing, hold on. This is really important. Yeah, he said ooh, right? Feeling is not physical. There's no physical. No, literally, there's no physical. There's no sleep. There's no food. She's broken. But there's spirituality. You feel something. The giving. The humbling my needs for someone else. The connection that I have to the thing that I give to. The obsession with the way I feel. about somebody else that I have given that which they need and which I don't need. It's a spiritual experience, which is why it's so connecting, because it's spirituality, and spirituality is a much stronger glue. Take that same kid, give her 17 years of life. Mom's busy, kid's busy. They don't feel the same way. They could be yelling at each other, not seeing each other. You know why? Because the kid doesn't need mom as much. Mom doesn't need the kid as much. Same kid. When she was 9 months old, it was a different experience. Not every kid like that, but that's the idea. I give. I connect. I live in a different level. But let's take it to the next level now, and then we'll continue it tomorrow. Many times in life, the reason why you are not you is because you can't even access your own spirituality. Because you haven't been in touch with your true self. You don't know who you are. And it's really hard to have that spiritual, deeper relationship. Or it's really hard for you to be a healthy, growing individual, is because you've never really, regardless of the words you use, lived with your soul. You don't know what that is. You've never had that experience. You've had the experience, but you've never slowed down to identify it. You're lost in a world that has told you that because you don't fit into this box, then you're not enough. Usually a physical box. Usually it's brains, or it's beauty, or it's resources. Usually the world identifies boxes: athleticism, colleges that you get into, jobs that you do, money that you have, how you look, what you wear, whatever it is. There's boxes that a physical material world identifies as valuable, and you have to fit into one of them. And if you don't, you feel like you're less. And so as a result, you're less likely to connect to someone else at a deeper level, because you don't even have the ability to get rid of the physical. You need confidence for that. You need confidence to work hard. You need confidence to be resilient. You need confidence to say no to your needs. You need confidence to, when you need to eat something, say no. You need confidence to be able to walk over to somebody else and be willing to give up yourself for them. Not because you are underneath and you're a schmata, you're a rag, but because you are giving. It's hard to give properly. There are people that we deal with that would love to be more connected to depth, but they don't know how, because they've never really done it. Or if they have, they don't really have the confidence to do it. In these scenarios, which is a lot of cases, you know what you could do for them? One of the greatest gifts in the world, which is you can build them up. You see, by building somebody else up, not just connecting to them in the way they need, but understanding them and appreciating them and valuing them for who they are, not for who you want them to be. You're actually, in a way, breathing spirituality into them. The permission to be them. The confidence you have in them, which in many cases is confidence they don't have in themselves. By just creating a scenario in which you are able to build somebody else up through your eyes. You believe in them. You're not just like making them feel good. You are enhancing their spirituality, giving them the ability to not only connect to you differently, but to connect to themselves and everybody else differently. Empathy is the beginning, but really what should lead to is belief. Belief in. Understanding somebody else to see their value. Seeing the value for them, not because it's good for you. Seeing the value in who they are, not the value in who they are vis-a-vis who you are. Right? They're not talented vis-a-vis what you think is important. They're talented vis-a-vis who they are. The idea to see the world through someone else's perspective is not only to communicate with them, it's also to understand them and to believe in them. And when you are able to understand and believe in somebody else, you're actually building them up. You're giving them the ability to believe in others. You're giving them the ability to connect to others in a deep way and then feel their own level of depth. Some of the greatest, maybe the greatest gift you can give somebody is free. It's in your eyes and in your mind and in your mouth. I shall talk about this. Have a great day, everybody. With God's help, I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.
Living on a lifeline, the world doesn't ever seem to change. Looking for the sunshine, but you're caught up in the rain. It's like your eyes are wide open, but you cannot see. You're watching life pass you by like 1, 2, 3. Walking in destruction, the winds of life blur your vision. All the devastation forever feels like you're on the run. It's time, no one else can set you free. You're locked inside, and only you have got the key.